guys, I'm here with a new video. I know that I haven't done the Legacy and Supernatural review. I was just tired the past couple of days and I know that doesn't excuse me on it. But I'll do next week's video, episode of Legacies and Supernatural. But today is the Charm review, which I hopefully would have time to edit the video today and upload it today. But if I don't have a chance to upload it today, I'll probably upload it tomorrow, which is Sunday. And if you see Sunday, then that's today's video. So let's get on with the Charm review. So in the first part of the episode, we see Julian's younger self and his parents, and we see what happens to them. And Julian, when he was younger, he's in the car while his two parents are dead, and he's just banging on the car window trying to yell for help. And then after that, we see Julian actually talking about that night with Macy, and Macy, of course, feels bad for him that happened. And then they started talking science stuff, they started to laugh. And then they head into the house, and of course, Julian says goodnight as every gentleman would do, and kisses Macy goodnight on the cheek, but then Macy takes his hand before he actually went to his room, brought him closer and kissed him, and I know we're all shocked that they finally kissed. So then they went into her room that she has there at the house that they're at, and then out of nowhere we see Mel and Harry come back through the portal, and we see that Harry is injured by one of the demons, and they find something in the cabinet to heal him and stuff, and then finds out that he has these sort of chickenpoxy kind of way coming out of his hand, and then he collapses. Mel is shocked, but then Mel helps him get up, or at least I think she did, because they didn't show that. And then we see Maggie and Jordan in New Orleans, and we see that Jordan is with this support group of witnessing or experiencing magical stuff. Maggie's just sitting across from him, looking at a picture of what her dad drew of Nadia's tattoo, trying to figure out what it means. And then someone who works for Nadia was in the way back, hearing Jordan's story, and probably also looking at what Maggie's doing. And then it goes back to Macy and Julian. Macy thought it was Julian coming in, but then finds out it's his Aunt Vivian, and she's like, you better make sure you kiss the chef. And she is shocked but embarrassed that Julian's auntie is there, and she's like, oh, I thought you were Julian. And his aunt was just playing around with her by saying, I get that a lot. And then she's like, oh, I'm just joking. And then Julian comes in and then kisses his auntie on the cheek, and then kisses Macy on the lips, and they just have a chat. And then we see that she looks at her text. She sees that Mel texted her saying, call me, Harry's sick, and whatnot. And then after that we see Maggie and Jordan talking to the guy, and all the guys interested in was the artifact or the weapon that Jordan was holding, wanted to see it. Jordan let him see it. They talk about it, and then the guy gives Jordan back the artifact or weapon, and then they end up talking about this club or something. So the guy they were talking to on the safe side, he decided to take both their pictures and said that if they brought anyone else, they'll be turned away. So that's what they did. And then we see that Mel tells Harry that they need to call Macy to figure out what it is. But then Harry didn't want that, and Harry's like, call her, and of course Mel knew it was Abigail. So Mel calls Abigail out. Abigail has her demon man in her house, and she asks Mel what's up, and then Mel tells her that Harry's sick, they need her help. And then we see Maggie and Jordan in the club trying to see what's there and stuff. They talk with Nadia, and of course she didn't know that it was Nadia until probably in the next episode when they talk about it. And Nadia's like, eat this green candy and stuff. And of course Maggie, in her right mind, knew it wasn't right to take it, but then Jordan had to take one for the team. So they did that, and then they go outside to see everyone dancing, and of course this guy ends up doing like this, like raising the dead kind of thing, and sees that Jordan's not acting right, and then Jordan ends up going like further down in the audience crowd, and Maggie's like, Jordan, nothing's right and stuff. And then we see Macy run in and said, oh my gosh, Harry's sick and stuff. And then she's like, why did you call Abigail and stuff? And then Mel had to explain that she tried calling her but didn't answer, and Abigail was the only one, and she didn't say anything about Abigail, or she kind of did, but I didn't hear it. And then Abigail's like, Harry's sick, and he needed help, and he needed help from me and stuff, and it's better and whatnot. And of course Macy still has not trust issues with her, and then they talk about possibly he has a demon parasite, but they have to find out for sure and then find an antidote. And then she calls Julian because she didn't know what else to do, but then Julian sent somebody, or at least he did, and then it ended up that somebody happened to be his aunt. And of course, like every supportive but then worried relative or friend or something like that, of course they want what's best for their loved ones. So of course she thinks that Macy is gonna just take advantage of Julian, but of course she didn't take the time to know Macy more, to know that she's not gonna do that. So she tells Macy that she'll give her the stuff to analyze if it is a parasite or not. So if she breaks it off with Julian, that's what Macy did. And then of course Macy came, and of course Abigail ends up telling Mel, or letting Mel, or just had Mel help her bring Harry back to her place. And then we see Maggie back at the club, seeing that Jordan, and she realized that they're bringing someone back from the dead because of the coffin. And then see that Jordan's dropping, and she gets worried. And then Macy comes back to the command center, wonder what happened, calls Mel, and then she goes back to Abigail's place and stuff, saying that I got the stuff I got to analyze. And then they both get a text from Maggie saying that something happened, that Jordan's in danger and something happened. So of course Harry's being the good guy while he's sick, saying go save your sister and stuff. And then then they're both like, no, she's like, and whatnot. And then Macy ends up doing like a little humor kind of way, sort of kind of way probably, with Harry saying that don't die on me or else I have to kill you myself. And of course Harry laughs at that. And then Macy tells Abigail to make sure that when it says tip top, I don't know the word. Actually, I do know the word, but it's just hard for me to remember what's called. And if it is, to give him the antidote. So when they left, Abigail's like, I thought they never leave. And of course, she did not like, she makes it seem like she does not like Macy, of course, considering she likes Harry in a different way. And so Macy and Mel gets there, but they see one of the customers drop and send Maggie in, and Maggie explains to them what's happening. So Maggie's busy beating up the guy who's resurrecting a dead body in a coffin, while Macy and Mel brings back Jordan with a knife by doing like fire and ice. And of course, that was so awesome. And then Jordan wakes up saying, that is one strong green candy. And then Macy, well, before that time, Mel and Abigail talked about Harry and stuff, and then Harry goes all werewolf on them, but then of course Abigail having that sniding look or something. I thought she was gonna just let Harry kill her, but instead she ends up doing a spell by and then hit it to Harry while he goes unconscious, and of course when her Francesca and whatnot. I have a feeling she is related to Harry, but then if they did find out that she is related to Harry, that's just gross. I mean, if it's to them and stuff. And then back to what I was saying, we see Mel and Macy go back to Abigail's apartment, and then they see what Abigail's doing, and Macy's like, what did you do? And then Abigail's like, we have to take a leave in order to save our loved ones and stuff. And Harry's just like shaking, but then out of nowhere he gets better, but still feels a little bit tired and stuff. And then Mel's like, let's take you home, and they were ready. So Mel and Macy goes back to the table where the Army or something is at. And then Harry's like, I don't know how to thank you. Abigail's like, you already know. And of course, I don't even know what she even meant, but we'll find out. And then we see them go back, and then we see Jordan and Maggie out in the patio or porch or backyard talking, and of course Jordan ends up giving her this compliment, and of course it's true that he never had a partner like her and that he's great for her. And Maggie's like, you're a true formidable person. And then we see Julian doing his business meeting, and he spots Macy coming downstairs getting coffee or something. Then he asks if he can be excused for 1 second. Don't mind my phone. I put it on ringer, so it's gonna be doing that. And then he goes talk to Macy, talk about what happened and stuff. He takes her hand and saying, you let me handle my auntie, and you can handle me. And of course they kiss, and then out of nowhere we see Harry seeing them kiss. Oh my gosh, that broke my heart. Like, he probably was about to go to Macy, probably flirt with her or something and ask her out, but him being a nice guy, he's not gonna interrupt their kiss and talk about what happened and stuff. But that was really heartbroken to see the girl he has feelings for kiss another guy. But we all know that Macy does have feelings for him. They just didn't decide to have a moment to talk and stuff. And then we end up seeing Nadia talking on the phone with someone, probably with Jimmy the Dark Rider or probably someone else. And after that episode was done. Honestly, watching this whole entire episode was so shocking and then scary and then heartwarming, and then at the end I said heartbroken. I mean, I'm like curious to see what happens more between Julian and Macy now that they kiss and stuff. But then I want to see if Harry and Macy are gonna talk more about how they feel, and one episode they're gonna kiss. So hopefully we get to see that, because I saw the promo for next week's episode that they did this spell, but then it didn't work because of Macy's demon side, and then Macy's like, I know what to do, and then we see her go to Abigail asking how does she strip her powers, her demon powers. I do want to see what her sisters or Harry do about that, because that is just like so curious to me. So yeah, that's what my review and my reaction of the episode is about. Hopefully I get to do more of these in the future to the shows that are still going on and stuff. But other than that, I hope you guys love the video as much as I love filming it, and I hope you have a great day, and I hope you have a great next week and a great year, as everyone should have. But if you're not having a great year, just take your time to reassure yourself and stuff, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, tap the notification bell to always be notified when every weekly video comes out, because they will. Don't worry, I'll make sure of it. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.